While on the podcast, Allison Rosen is your new best friend, director James Gunn shared some thoughts on the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy sequel. It's not really based on anything. The story for Guardians 2 is an original story that I came up with that I started working on actually while I was shooting Guardians 1, and it'll answer some of the questions that were put forth in the first movie about Peter Quill's father and who he is and what's going on with that. We'll get to know some of the characters a little bit more, and then we're going to meet a couple of new characters who will be very important to Guardians movies and probably important to the Marvel Universe as a whole. It's different than what's in the comic books. Peter Quill's father is somebody different in the comics, so when the movie came out, we got greenlit on the sequel right away. I went in and I sat down with those guys and I'm like, okay, here's what I think the sequel should be, and they were like, oh, whoa, that's risky, but okay. Now I'm going to turn over the story in a few short weeks and we'll find out how well it works. Christian, buy or sell Gunn's comments and Marvel's reaction?
I buy his comments and I buy the reaction. One of the things what Marvel's doing so well is, and I know that the first comment's going to be, well, they didn't do this with Edgar Wright, is letting a lot of their directors take chances. The difference is that James Gunn has already proven himself inside of their universe. It's the fact that he wanted to do this pitch. They trusted in what he did with Guardians. He worked with them well on Guardians. So now he's got these comments. Whether it's Warlord or whoever it turns out to be Star-Lord's father, hopefully it's a nice twist for us that we enjoy it, we like it. We trust him right now. He's done everything right. So I definitely buy the comments, and the fact that Marvel could go, whoa, that is risky. Go ahead, dude. Good for them. So I'm buying it. Mary, how about you?
Yeah, I buy it also because, regardless of whether you're a fan of the comics or not, the movie experience is always different from the comic book experience. And we know that James Gunn did a great job with the first film. He's bringing back the whole team for the second film. And if there's any director I would want to see take chances and do something different, it would be him. Because he's so good at that, and if you watch his other films, you see he is not one to shy away from a risk, and it usually works. His stuff usually lands, and I have huge faith in him. I think he's wonderful, and I look forward to the sequel.
Mark?
I'll buy the comments. I mean, what it looks like to me, though, is that he's got this great concept, and he really wants to push forward with this particular storyline, and now you show it to everybody else, and you see how the rest of the band reacts to your material that you brought to him. So it seemed purposefully vague to me, that we're not really sure, we haven't settled on anything too concrete yet, that I'm going to put this in front of the council and then everybody is going to vote on, okay, I like this part of the story, this part of the story, I like that we're going this direction with his dad, but I think that he was vague because he couldn't get too specific yet.
You think Adam Warlock is going to be the Star-Lord's father?
I think it wouldn't be a bad twist.
Because they teased him a little bit in Guardians. I'm just curious.
Well, and that's the reason why I'm interested in it. The new characters that they mentioned, they say new characters that'll be important to the Guardians and to the Marvel Universe. Because that's something that intrigues me about Guardians, is how they can interact with the rest of the Marvel movies, because it seems so separate and so different. And I would love to see them all converge somehow if that were to happen. But because if anyone could pull off a risk, it's James Gunn.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.